Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for all of the success with the Giselle Talk Show Season 1. It was a major success. I was very surprised to see all of the downloads, the views, even people who followed on our Instagram page and just, gave us nice little backstories of who you guys are and just gave us a little more, a little support and just a little bit more of adrenaline to go forward and keep it going and keep it moving. So I thank you guys for all of your interaction and all of the love that you guys show me. Thank you. It's muchly appreciated. Now today is Sunday, February. June 19th, it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads in the world. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to my father, Vaughn. Happy Father's Day to my grandfather, Joseph Myrick Sr. Happy Father's Day to my husband, Edward. And happy Father's Day to all of the wonderful fathers around the world. Today is your day, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and everything is everything. So yeah, today I am sipping on a nice Corona Extra, and I have my, you already know, I have my good earth herbal herbs rolled up, ready to blow. Yes, all that good stuff there. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for all of your support and everything. Now the show today was supposed to be based on, I really have to fix this. It's really bothering me, guys. Give me a second. I'm so sorry, because I totally supposed to have all of this stuff together, and I can honestly say that I didn't. Between my husband and my daughter, they keeps me running. I ain't gonna even blame them. No, I just haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I hope I sound better now that I kind of fixed that. Hopefully you guys can hear me better. I'm actually shooting for my YouTube channel as well. So guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Giselle Talk Show. And show us some love, comment, all that good stuff. If you want to hear us talk about something, if you got a subject matter you want me to touch on, please feel free to comment on our on any one of our videos on our YouTube, or you can also Instagram us, send us a message on Instagram or Facebook. We are on both social media pages, and we're working on the Twitter. Just be patient. We're getting it all situated. But yeah, so thank you guys for season 1. Season 1 was a total success. It was the best, and I appreciate everything about it. Now, I am a little agitated because I'm not able to go live like I wanted to today. But it's all good. We're here and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it do what it do, because that's what we always do. No matter what we're faced with, we are going to bring it all the way through. We're gonna make it happen, Captain. We are gonna make it happen, and that's the truth. But yes, thank you guys so much for your support. So the show, when I was supposed to have come back about a few weeks ago, but we had some bumps in the road. I really wanted to focus on it's okay to not be okay. That was the point and the topic of our show. It's okay to not be okay. We go through life and feeling like we have to have this armor or this shield held up, like we got to be the strongest person in the room. We got to be the hardest fighter, and it's like. At the end of the day, none of that matters. What matters is your well-being. What matters is your mental health. So I say it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take that time that you need for yourself, to just sit back and focus on you, focus on the direction of your life, that it's going in the direction that you want it to go. You know, everything happens for a reason. Some things are a lesson, some things are a blessing. So we have to be able to defer the two to know the direction that our life is going in. So yes, it's okay to not be okay. If it's a problem that you're having and you want to scream, scream. If it's something that's weighing heavy on your heart and you want to cry, cry. If you need to talk to somebody, feel free to reach out to me. I am always available. You can reach out to me on Instagram, on Facebook, the Giselle Talk Show, and just feel free to reach out. And I'm always here, and I'll do my best to try to answer you guys and be here for you, most definitely. I was watching. I really wanted to speak on this. I did not get a lot of detail into it. I seen Hope Giselle speaking of it, and I seen T.S. Madison also speak about it. I had actually I was scrolling through social media, and I saw the video of the young man and the little LGBT kid, and he was being very aggressive towards the kid, and you know, speaking to him like about gay shit and about him, I guess, you know, being a queer kid. And it was something that I've seen so much that I just did not want to witness it again. And I can honestly say I strolled past. I kept going because I just did not want to witness it again. But Hope Giselle, she really made a point. She really opened my eyes and woke me up with something that she said, you know. And what I'm talking about is the kid Tyler. There's this kid named Tyler that's from Atlanta, and he is a queer kid, an African-American queer little boy, and I guess his family does not accept homosexuality in their family. So everyone is like ganging up on the kid, and they're speaking of whatever he was doing. So from the story, from the video that I watched and the story that I got, the backstory saying, you know, evidently he was doing something, they were dancing, whatever it was. I don't want to bring a false narrative in, but whatever was taking place, the uncle or the older guy walked in and seen it and had a problem with it. So they had already tried to humiliate him and mess up his haircut and all this stuff here to send him to school that way, as if that's supposed to change his sexuality or who he's going to become and who he is by humiliating him. That's only going to make his skin thicker and make him tougher and be able to face the negativity that he's going to be faced with. But my problem was to see that type of torture, that type of abuse occur right in your own home is something it was hurtful to watch, to see. But it's something that I always said, it's like we in the LGBT community, the only place that we feel safe at is home. That's the only place that we have that we can be our true, authentic selves. Regardless, I mean, we are ourselves every day in life. But when we're most safe, where we're most, vulnerable, is inside your own home. So I always say, to parents that are parenting an LGBT queer kid, it's best to have an open dialogue and a non-judgmental mindset. You have to learn, you have to retrain your brain, and you have to learn this kid, learn this child, and educate yourself as much as possible on who this child is and is becoming. To sit there and subject them to the same abuse that they face every day in the world when they go out to school, to daycare, to wherever it is that they're going, to be bashed and shamed and looked down upon and pointed and laughed at, to go through that in your own home is a whole different level of torture. It's a whole different level of causing post-traumatic syndrome. We have to stop being so selfish and start being more selfless. When you're raising children, you can't think about your not your well-being, but you can't think about what would I do? When I was a kid, because times have changed. Times is not the same as when you were a kid. And that's just why all of this stuff went on with this kid, Tyler, and they beat him and they ridiculed him and they spoke so poor about him and everything. The video went out and it went viral, and they did it as a joke and they did it to humiliate him. Well, thank God that the right people saw the video, and now Atlanta PD is involved, as well as the Child Protective Services of Georgia. They are involved with this case, and they have removed him from the family home. And although the foster care system is no better, it's better than being there. At least he has some type of hope that someone can come along and adopt him that would actually care and love him and show him better and show him a bright, beautiful future, rather than being ridiculed and talked so poorly to and abused by something that's out of your control. You cannot control who you're sexually attracted to. Neither can you control the way that you present yourself. You are who you are, unless you're trying to be something that you're not. And for this child, he's being his true, authentic self. And many should take notes from that, instead of trying to ridicule him and trying to put him down and trying to abuse him and trying to shame him. They should take notes, because this young man is very brave. Regardless of what they felt and what they were saying, he still stood 10 toes down on what he believed he is and who he is. And for that, I applaud him. I applaud him, and I pray and wish for nothing but the best for him. It's very, very sad. I saw the guy who's in Atlanta. He's doing, he's running for a chair in Atlanta, and a seat at the Senate. And he stepped in and he went to the family, and he tried to educate him as much as he could, and then speak to Tyler, and just trying to get an understanding of everything, but get help for them overall. And the mom was on some pity party type of shit, like, oh, she grew up in the foster system and she this, and when you have been subjected to that, you should have a different level of understanding when it comes to kids, when it comes to finding yourself and being who you authentically are. When you've had a tough childhood, it should shape you in a way that would make you not want to inflict such pain, horror, and torment onto another child. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just think that that's logic. I did not agree with anything that they were doing to this kid. Anything. Like, it was all, and I feel like Atlanta should have came in and made arrest. They should have arrested the young man that kept hitting him and throwing him to the ground. They should have arrested the mother for allowing it. They should have arrested the young lady that was filming it. And then I heard something about, then they tried to go back and clean it up and go and have him filmed like saying, oh, he's okay, oh, they always do this and that. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right, because you turn around and try to clean it up as if, oh, he's used to that. It's no biggie. He wasn't hurt or anything. He wasn't harmed. He's used to that. No kid should be presented with that type of actions. No kid. Especially one that has not done wrong. Only thing you've done was live your truth. It's disgusting, it's despicable, and it's sad. It's very sad, especially to see it coming from adults, you know? To see that coming from adults. But oh, Martha, it's a new day. Oh, Martha, don't you moan. Martha, don't you weep. It's a new day, honey. And that type of shit is not being just looked over anymore. They're starting to act on it. It's too many times we see this and we see a kid end up committing suicide, being murdered, you know, just the worst, because we did nothing. So it's time that we start speaking up, that we start talking about this. You know, I always have a problem with the way a child of the LGBT community is treated, because I was once a child in the LGBT community. When I ran for homecoming queen in high school, I was the only kid at my school that was trans, that was living her truth, okay? I know it was probably many others around. I was the only one living my truth. It was hard to see the treatment that I inflicted from adults. It was not that I inflicted, but that I dealt with from the hands of adults. It was very discouraging. It was mind-boggling. These are the same adults my freshman year who were also supportive of, you know, kids coming to high school from junior high school, succeeding and being successful, and you were all for the kid until the kid said he was not a he, but a she. Then the support was out the window. My sophomore year, it was more focused on what I was wearing to school rather than the grades I made at school, okay? They no longer cared whether I made A, B, or F. Only thing they cared about was, what is he wearing today? What is she gonna have on? And I just felt like no one understood me. No one tried to understand me. Only thing they wanted to do was enforce their rules and their beliefs on me. No one took the time to even sit me down and say, okay, what's going on? Never. So for that, I always say, love your children, accept your children, no matter who they are, who they become. Love them, accept them. Give them so much love that when they're receiving love from outside, it's just like a breeze of air blowing across their face. Something that just so randomly happens. Not something they would be so obsessed with and quick to fall for because they're not used to it. Love on your children. Love on your children. Love on your children. Love them more than what they can go and obtain in this world, because this world is cruel and these people do not care. You got people that sole purpose is to find someone to help them so they can live off of. You have to train your kids early. You have to love them and you have to teach them and show them. Because when you're teaching them hate, it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. And sooner or later, they'll start to hate you. So don't think because you're teaching it that, oh, they're just going to aim at this one group. No, hate is hate. Yeah. and they'll start to hate you. So I really wanted to touch that, but thank God that Tyler is out of that home. Thank God that he's with some people who loves him, or at least who's going to find a family who's going to love him the way that he needs to be loved. Because every kid needs to be loved. And shout out Hope Giselle. Y'all can follow her, Hope Giselle, on Instagram. She's an amazing, amazing LGBTQ plus activist. Just an amazing, amazing, phenomenal Black woman. She's really amazing. Shout out to her for everything that she did with this case, because she's the reason why Atlanta stepped in and Child Protective Services stepped in and did what they did. So salute to her, congratulations, hats off to her. So let's get into some celebrity news. It's that time, guys. Yes, so I don't know if you guys heard over the past week or two, a lot has been going on with Chrissy Teigen. That's John Legend's wife. A lot of back and forth stuff with her on her Twitter, responding to people saying stuff that they weren't so much agreeing with. I'm not sure. I don't know. What I seen different brands starting to drop her, and it was something about I don't know if she told the person to go kill themselves, or if the person was thinking about going to kill themselves and she was like good, or whatever it was, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So with that being said, she had, hit the papers and everything, and everyone was talking about it, and all this, the brands was dropping her and all that. In the midst of that, Project Runway star Michael Costello, he speaks out. He used to design her dresses and stuff. That said Chrissy Teigen bullied him. That she bullied him so much that he had suicidal thoughts. Yeah. He says he nearly took his own life because he could no longer deal with the trauma, personally and professionally, which he claims Chrissy Teigen brought down on him. Now he states she was the cause of him getting blacklisted because she mistakenly thought he posted something racist all the way back in 2014. So Costello claims no matter what he did to try to convince Chrissy that the racism allegations were untrue, he says Instagram proved it was photoshopped comment he didn't write. She persisted and told him his career was over. He also posted screenshots of the alleged messages from Teigen in which she says racist people like you deserve to suffer and die. I seen those. And issues the veiled threat about his career. Michael claims Chrissy, along with stylist Monica Rose, I seen she had commented on that, but let me get into it. Monica Rose followed through with this by using their power to get brands and companies not to work with him. The designer says he suffered tremendously and is opening up about it now in an attempt to set himself free from depression and suicidal thoughts. Costello claims it's gotten so bad recently, he told loved ones he thought of taking his own life in ways in the best way out. Of course, Michael's allegations coincide with Chrissy issuing a lengthy apology for her past behavior online, which she called trolling and attribute to her own insecurities and immaturity. Now with the Monica, what is her name? Monica Rose. I seen she had commented also on this whole thing, and what she said was she worked with Costello, with Michael Costello, and he actually did call her the N-word more than once. She said it was one time over a message, or I guess a text message or social media or whatever, and then again when they were in each other's presence, and they were at the fabric store, and he called her the N-word in the fabric store, and they got into a big, huge scuffle and altercation. So yeah, you know, my thing is, if you're not something, you don't really worry about it. You just keep moving forward, because you know your character, your true character will show and it will prove who you are. But when someone calls you something and you feel like you have to defend it, that's because it's something in you that you are identifying with. Because if someone sat there and called me a racist and said, you hate white people, and I know clearly that I'm married to a white man, I wouldn't go trying to prove and post pictures of my relationship and post my wedding and go out. Well, I'm married to a white guy. How am I racist? Like, no, that's the first thing racist people say, and that's the first thing they do. Well, I have black friends. I have white friends. Like, okay, yeah. So I wouldn't resort to that. What I would resort to is to continue living my life, being the best version of myself possible, so other people can continue to see the best version of me and continue to get the best version of me. So when they meet me, regardless of what someone else has told them, it won't coincide. They'll be able to say, well, she was totally different from what you said. You said she was a bitch, this, that, and the other, but she came in playing gospels and being so positive and uplifting. And so, yeah. You can't take people off of what other people say, because their experience with them may not be the same experience that you're going to have with them. God may be cross their paths for a particular reason. That's not saying it's the same reason why you're crossing paths with that individual. So, yeah. My point, though, is that, like I say, a hit dog will holler. Okay? It doesn't matter what they call you, it matters what you answer to. So if they call you a racist and you respond, you're answering to it. But if they call you a racist and you continuously move forward, you continue to grow, you continue to network, to do everything in your power to be the best version of yourself, they can't take that from you. They can't take that from you. I don't care what size the platform is that you sit on. I don't care what's at stake at being lost. Sometimes the best response is no response. Because you can respond and you just might be a little bit more aggressive than what people think you should be. And boom, that makes you look guilty. That makes you look like the person who's the racist in the room, or whatever it may be. But listen, my prayers, my thoughts, my concerns, my love is with Chrissy. I pray that everything is working out for its best, because I know she did take a really, really tough hit during 2020 with COVID and everything, and with the loss of her and John's child. So my prayers are always with her, and hopefully that, this be able to blow itself past and she can continue to be a great ball of energy that she always is, and continue to be successful. To Michael Costello, my love, my prayers, my concerns, and the best for you. But I don't know with that, because like the girl Monica Rose said, she was in the fabric store with him and he called her the N-word in her face. So I don't know if I would probably be able to understand it a bit better if he was raised by African Americans. Then it's like, oh, okay, well, he was raised by black people. So that's probably why he feels so free with saying the word. But then again, if you were raised by black people and you're of a different ethnicity, you would have that underlying respect and you would know not to even touch on that word at all. So it's a give or take there. It's a hit or miss. Baby Lala Anthony done ran down there and filed for divorce. I can't believe this, y'all. You know, her and Carmelo have been back and forth on and off for probably the past 5 years, I want to say. Yeah, probably about the past 5 years or so. Ever since he had got caught cheating, I know things had turned. But I want to say that was about 5 or 6 years ago. And they were supposed to be getting divorced then. Well, they didn't get the divorce. They were supposed to file the divorce or whatever, or however it was, that thing, they was just separated and they were going to get a divorce. Well, the papers were never filed and they just been doing their thing for the past 5-6 years. Well, TMZ reports that Lala Anthony has filed for divorce. Yes. Yep. She has filed for divorce Thursday in New York, 11 years after tying the knot with the NBA star and cited irreconcilable differences. Ooh. Sources close to the couple says they've been separated for a while but remain friends as always after 16 years together. And everything about the divorce is amicable. We're told they both wanted to take time to ensure a private and smooth transition in their relationship for their 14-year-old son, Kyan, who's always their top priority, and they remain fully aligned as parenting partners. So that's big. That's what's up. But as reported, Carmelo and Lala split in 2017 after 7 years of marriage. Yes, so that was about 4 years ago. Amid rumors he cheated on her. But by late 2018, it seemed they were working things out. Right. But we even saw Lala in Portland to support Carmelo as he made a transition in his career after getting signed by the Trailblazers. It appeared things were on track. Mid-2019, Lala reportedly called their marriage strained amid more cheating speculations, and things remained on shaky ground, even though the family quarantined together in 2020. That's sad. That is very much so sad, you know, that this girl could sit here and trust you, give you her life, you know, because Lala was a working girl before she married him. She was a video jockey, a VJ, and a host and a rapper and a range of other things, but she was always working. For her to be so independent and doing those things, and then she goes and she marries you, she gives you a child, and you turn around and just pretty much slap her in the face and commit adultery. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me that you would even, with someone as beautiful as Lala Anthony, that you would even step out on her. It's mind-blowing to me, you know? And then for her to still stay with you amidst this, she still stays with you and doesn't file papers for the divorce, and then you still cheat again. And that's why she's filing these papers now. That's why the papers has been filed now, because you cheated again. What a fool. What a fool. Listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. They're cueing me here. So we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for episode 1 of season 2 of the Giselle Talk Show. I love you guys. I thank you so much for your support. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube. If you got anything you want us to talk about, feel free to message us with any concerns, comments, or anything. I love you guys. I thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next week, same time.